We are going to discuss Fields of Love. Who would you rather have? Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears or Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers, first-time starter? B, I know what you're going to pick, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, obviously, I'll take Fields. Um, not only because he's QB1 for the Bears, but when you look at Fields, and by the way, I think both of these guys can be at least top half of the league quarterback wise. I can see him falling between the 10 and 16th, so I kind of push him between like the second and third tier. You would think.
Yeah.
I like Love. I'm not one of those Bears fans that just like crap on him for like no reason. I think he has strong fundamentals. Whenever we watch JTO and the QB school, I see nothing but great things out of him. He processes the field well. He knows where to go with the ball. His mechanics are clean. He showed that at Utah State. College, he's a very clean prospect. But just looking at Fields versus Love and their play style, I like Fields' playmaking ability more than Jordan Love's right now. And again, we're filming this September 5th before games even played with Jordan Love. He could come out and just light it up against the Bears and do a bunch of crazy stuff, right? But we kind of know what Fields is right now. He is that guy. He have like really insane flashes, like holy crap, how did he just do that? But he does it with his legs. When you see it with his arm, I think if he could figure out the passing game, I would be that's crazy to say like year's end. I can see him maybe being like the eighth, the 12th ranked quarterback in the league, just because he has that upside with his legs and his playmaking um, ability. But yeah, I like Love. I got nothing to good things to say about him right now before a game starts. Again, if they end up beating the Bears, I'm sure I will feel a little bit different. But I think he's a really
Yeah.
solid prospect. He's good in the pocket. He's comfortable back there. Um, yeah, and again, this is all being said before a game is even played. So, but yeah, give me Fields for now, I guess.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you why you're wrong, brother. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna take Love here. I'm feeling the love on this one. So Love actually had a 67% completion percentage last year. He only got to play in some spot starts, but he looked really good. The highlight obviously being the game against Kansas City, which was an improvement from his 59% the year before, his first year. It's a little cheap gimme layup one, but he was mentored by Aaron Rodgers for the last 3 years, and we've seen how that's worked for Zach Wilson. After one preseason, Zach Wilson looks like a brand new quarterback. He's sitting here hitting spin moves and juke moves and throwing no feet in the air and whatever else, looking like prime Aaron Rodgers. So obviously, the whole Aaron Rodgers training guys or not training guys has obviously been blown out of proportion. And I kind of want to throw it back a little bit to what you kind of talked about with, Jordan Love in his college days. Because a lot of people focused on 2019, which is kind of what I was initially told when he was drafted to the Packers. It's, oh, look at this weird bad season he had. We're kind of hoping on his arm talent that he can make it work. Well, in 2018, he had a 64% completion percentage. That's a good completion percentage. Like, that's not bad, especially for a college guy. He also had 32 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That tells me, at least, he is capable of protecting the ball. He can do it. He has it in him. He did it before. So I think he can get back to with another year of actually starting in games and being coached and trained and being QB1. He also had, in that year of 2018, he also had a QB rating of 158.3 and averaged 8.6 yards per attempt at Utah State. So that's the reasons I would pick Love. Again, obviously we don't have a whole lot of in-game action to pull from in the NFL level because he's been behind Aaron Rodgers. But this preseason, he has looked electric. He's made a lot of the great throws, like you said. JTL7 also commented his technique, his footwork has looked impeccable. His anticipation has been well. He hasn't been stumped. Now, again, take it with a grain of salt. It's the preseason. You're getting vanilla defenses out there. He shouldn't be getting stumped. If he's getting stumped in the preseason, there's a problem. But he's looked good so far. I am curious to see how he handles when defenses get a little more complicated. You're seeing exotic blitzes and mixing coverages and everything like that. The reason I'm taking him also over Fields, because I know you took the high road and said a lot of great things about Fields. I'm going to crap on him because I didn't know we were doing that. So,
So I'm just a good guy. Hey, you're just the
yeah,
awful guy. Okay, I got you. No, okay.
apparently, Emmett's the piece of the show of the week. That's why, yeah. Anyway, Fields has a couple, as we've discussed, processing issues. As we've gone back and watched. There's multiple times when we were watching his college highlight tape. We also watched a great video by Kurt Warner. This is before Fields was drafted, where he was getting through his reads and then going to checkdowns. And at the time, Kurt Warner was praising him like, "Oh, it's always good to know what your checkdown is." But looking at it, obviously through today's eyes, it kind of looks like, "Oh, you're not just getting to the checkdown because, oh, hey, it's cloudy, whatever." You aren't seeing it right. You clearly must not be seeing it right because this is three verts and the safety went to the outside and came down onto the crosser. You have a touchdown right there. Why would you ever throw it to your check down? So to me, it kind of that, and what we've watched from his film last year does allude a little bit to that maybe it might be some either A, processing issues going on, or B, he's just not trusting what he's seeing and letting it rip, which also ties in a little bit to his elite running ability that we didn't even realize he had at college that he's miraculously discovered in the NFL. I think it's a matter of he's not even getting to the check down anymore. He's using his legs to make spectacular plays because he's just not seeing it. He has a great arm. He can throw the ball. He threw for 4,500 yards his last year at Ohio.
Something like that.
Or he had 45 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Something to that kind of effect. He has a great arm. He can throw a beautiful ball. It just seems to be it's more of a mental thing for him. And that's why he makes these spectacular plays. He's got a 60% completion percentage with 11 INTs last year. So for me, I am legitimately concerned about his long-term capabilities if he can't figure it out. Now, obvious solution to the processing issue is he needs to see it more, right? Just like when you're doing a hobby, you're doing a habit, the more you see a problem, the more you see something, the more familiar with it, the quicker your brain realizes, oh, it's this, let me fix it with that. Same thing. Once you do it enough, you can just look and go, oh, that's what they're doing. Cool. I need to come over here. Oh, that's what they're doing. I need to hit this. Right. So it's just a matter of he needs to see it more. I don't know if he gets there, if he gets enough reps to get there this year. So obviously that's grabbable information to pull. But for me, that's why I think I would take Love right now because it looks like he does have the processing capabilities so far against vanilla preseason defenses. So
That's fair. I don't blame you for thinking that way at all. Definitely Fields' passing game is his weakness right now. I think that's fair to say for all Bears fans out there who are just triggered now and turn it off this video. Good thing we made this segment last. But no, I mean, I kind of just got to have hope and maybe sometime this season he kind of figures it out. Maybe it's with the new pieces he have on offense. Maybe it's a slightly revamped O-line that can help him get there. But to your point, maybe he has to go out there and just to see it more, believe what he's seeing. Don't just rely on your legs, which I know for a playmaker like him is tough because he's like, yeah, I could throw a check down or I could run for 20 yards. I feel like sometimes he wants to play hero ball and make that big play. To your point about Kurt Warner's video, the first part of that video too was like, I forget the concept. You probably know a lot better than me. I didn't play offense really, but it was like flag route, corner route out of the slot, and they always ran like a little sit with the one. And you can see on the film, he was just waiting for that corner route to be open.
The little stick route concept, high-lowing the safety, seeing whatever the safety picks and seeing if you can, obviously take advantage of it.
He needs to learn to take what the defense gives him. Like, don't try to hit that home run ball all the time. We don't need that big highlight play. Take that 6 yards. Let your guy get out in space and do something with the ball. So,
yeah. Well, just to tack onto that, my concern now with the weapons, my concern would be is it doesn't improve it. It actually makes it worse because now my concern would be as he starts forcing the ball to DJ more. Instead of going through his reads and going, okay, the safeties roll over top of DJ on this seam route. That tells me that, Darnell Mooney should be open on the out route. Let me just get it down to Mooney. He's going to have this trust with DJ and think, oh, you know what? fuck it, I can still make that work. And now he's forcing the ball into not great scenarios. So I hope we don't see that, but I do at least want to put that on tape, on video of being a potential concern. I think it was there was one play you were showing me in the preseason where it looked like DJ Moore was covered, and then oh my god, what was the play?
It was
And then
it was one of the first. I think it might have been the first play of the preseason game against the Bills, week 3, like the last
yeah,
preseason game where it was Komet. No, it was DJ Moore out wide at the X. He
right,
ran like a fade, like outside fade, and then it was Cole Komet running a hitch at the number 2, and then Mooney was running an out route. It was
yeah,
just right. So he was looking. I think he was looking at Moore, and then decided to throw to the hitch late, which was
yeah,
Komet, and it was there, but he kind of double hitched a little bit. Like he didn't just rip it into to Komet, which made it a tougher throw, and he ended up dropping it. But to your point, is like at some point you have to just register like Moore is not getting open.
yeah,
He's not open. He's not open. Move on. So
yeah. Which is exactly what it needs to do. It needs to be a matter of no, all right, cool. Again, that can work, but you just make your life so much more difficult. For Packers fans that have tuned into this, think Aaron Rodgers trying to force the ball to Devontae Adams. Sure, Devontae Adams is a great receiver and it works, but just as you saw when Aaron Rodgers didn't trust anyone else out there, you start getting frustrated. Like, dude, you're throwing the ball to Devontae Adams and he's triple covered. Like, it's 3rd and 10. We have a tight end, Robert Tunyon, sitting at the first down mark. Why are you still throwing it up a Hail Mary prayer to Devontae Adams?
right.
It's the same kind of a thing. It's all great and dandy to trust your playmakers and give them a shot for 2nd down and everything. But the problem starts becoming the 3rd down when you're still trying to do that instead of going through your reads and just hitting the open guy for the 1st down.
Yeah.
So again, for me, that's why I take Love. I understand the potential it feels, but we'll see. It'll be very interesting to see how this season goes for both players. And obviously, we know they're going to be compared a lot to each other because of the hated Bears Packers rivalry. So
I hope both guys stay healthy, have a great season, and I hope we could turn a page on the Bears versus Packers too. Like maybe both teams have really good quarterbacks instead of like one with like 30 years of Hall of Fame play, and then the other team with like 30 different starting quarterbacks.
that's amazing. Why can't everyone just have a great quarterback? Why can't we all just be free, man?
Why can't we have fun too?
We'll shampoo it and we'll call it a day.
Why can't we have good things too? But yeah, no, just I hope both guys can stay healthy, and hope it's a fun season.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. It'll be an exciting season to watch. I know Bears fans will be antsy about what the results will yield, and what changes need to go from there with the front